The Olympics is beginning next week and the football is kicking off on the 21st at a god-awful time in the morning of 8:30. It's Team GB versus Chile. All the games are stacked, so they will be playing overlapping each other. A little annoying, but it is what it is. The fact that the games is even going ahead is a bit crazy, especially as we're still very much in a pandemic. So, Group E, F and G. I don't know why they're not A, B and C, but there we go. Right, so the women's football, the Group E contains Great Britain, Canada, Chile and the hosts Japan. I think this is the hardest group, and I think it's going to be pretty tough for GB to get out of this group. I think Japan, they're a solid team. They've won the World Cup before. They keep the ball really well. They're going to want this more than any other team in the tournament. I think they're going to be dangerous. They do have weaknesses though, from what I've seen. You can get at them if you press them high, force their centre-backs into making decisions they don't want to. I believe their height can be exploited. So there are ways to get around Japan. I do think they are fantastic on the ball though. You can't allow them to get a hold in the game. They will just outpass you, and you know their 1-2s and creativity are fantastic. You've got to stop the creative players getting on the ball for them. Canada, I think it's all about themselves. I mean, they're a quality team all the way through their team. If their chances fall to Sinclair, I think they'll be fine. But quite often, every time I've seen Canada, it's been two stories. They're either sitting back and they're very negative and nothing really happens, or they attack with all their talent and they just do everything possible not to put the ball in the back of the net. They just fluff chances, left, right and centre. I don't know why. So if their chances fall to Sinclair, I think they're going to do well. Chile, I can't say I've seen them much. I saw them at the World Cup. They've got a great keeper. I think they don't want to make up the numbers. I think they're going to sit back, they're going to defend, try and counter-attack. I mean, I just feel like the other team should be able to beat them, and if they don't, they're not getting out of this group. So, Team GB, they're up against Chile. They're the first match, the first Olympic event to kick off, and they've got to get Team GB off to a really good start. As for Team GB, I think we've got a good chance to get out of this group and go far in the tournament. I'm not 100% convinced that we can go all the way and get gold. In fact, I'm very convinced we're not going to do that. But we can get to maybe the semi-finals. But it's not like it's not England. They've got the other girls in there, which is not a bad thing. It's just they haven't had long enough to play with each other to know what's going to happen. Personally, I looked at the squad and I thought there are at least 3 key players that I don't understand why they haven't gone. First one is England's best midfielder, Jordan Nobbs. Energy in the midfield. She can pass, she can shoot, not to mention the small fact that she plays alongside Kim Little for Arsenal. What doesn't make sense there? Like, Jordan Nobbs should be in that midfield. At the back, Alex Greenwood has played left back and centre back all season for Man City. That's a versatile defender. Not only that, but she has a great left foot, and she played down the left with Lauren Hemp, who will be starting, and if is not starting, then I don't know what's going on. So those two have a rapport. They know each other well. Why on earth did they not select Alex Greenwood? What does not make sense there? If Rachel Furness wasn't injured. I think Rachel Furness should be there. Can't help an injury. But Jessica Fishlock is not injured, has all the experience in the world, and was not selected. That one doesn't make sense to me at all. She is a box-to-box midfielder. She's a winner. She can shoot. She can defend. She can lead. I don't understand that one. So those are the three. I mean, who they would replace, I don't know. But I don't understand those three not going. Other than that, I think GB, they have to get off to a good start. They have to beat Chile. I think Canada's a 50-50. It's whoever takes their chances in that match. Japan, I think we should beat Japan. I think we've got the players that can beat Japan. We've just got to be on the ball. We have to be on the ball. We need to stop them playing and go and take them. And that's the only way forward. Okay, so that's Group E out of the way. Now, Group F is Brazil, China, Netherlands and Zambia. Now, I've never watched Zambia play. They've never been available to me to watch them play. I know nothing about them. Simple as that. China, I've watched them play. The last time I saw them play was at the Rio Olympics. And they didn't really know what they were doing. They didn't know whether to sit back and counter or go forward in numbers. It looked all a bit disorganised, which is odd for China. They're usually very organised. So I have no idea really what to expect from those two teams. Absolutely nothing. Complete mystery. Doubt if I'm going to be able to see them at this Olympics, purely for the fact that I will be watching other games if they're all overlapping. As for Brazil, I've seen them plenty of times, and again, very much like Canada, Brazil are all about taking their chances. They create enough. In recent games, they have looked way better defensively than what they had done for quite a few years. They've kind of sorted that out. They create chances. It's just, do they score? They've obviously got players who can score. Marta is still going. She's a fantastic player. More of a creator and a deeper role these days. But, she's still the talisman. The player to watch, though, for this Brazilian side is Debinha. Debinha plays for North Carolina Courage, and I see them quite a lot via Twitch. And they're brilliant, and the reason they're brilliant is mainly due to her. She is a fantastic player. She, is running up and down that pitch all game, getting on the ball at every opportunity and making things happen, whether it's dribbling, passing, little tricks here and there, assists, goals. She does the lot. She's a fantastic player, and if the other teams don't stop Debinha, Brazil are going to win. Simple as that. As for the Netherlands, they are, again, they're just a fantastic squad. They've got players in every part of the pitch. Their first 11 is brilliant. I expect them to go far. I expect them to beat Zambia. I expect them to beat Brazil. And China, they should beat China as well. Miedema, just give her a chance. It'll be in the back of the net. It really is that simple. She's brilliant. You got Lieke Martins, who's just won the treble with Barcelona. All the creativity in the world. Van der Donk, brilliant player. Van der Sanden, just speed. You got Jill Roord, you've got Jackie Gron. I don't want to butcher any more names. They're just a brilliant team, a very good watch. I don't think they're going to concede much, and they're going to flood forward and score a hatful of goals. I think they go far, possibly to the final. I'm not sure how the draw will come out after the group stage. And so I expect the Brazil-Holland match is going to be, that should be the one that decides who finishes first. So I look forward to that one. And Group G, here we got Australia, New Zealand, Sweden and the USA. Now, New Zealand, don't really know much about them. They've got Abby Erceg, who's a brilliant defender. Other than that, I just don't see them getting far. They might give Australia a fight, but they're probably very well drilled and good defensively, but I just don't see them having enough going forward to do any real damage to the teams in this group. Sweden really pissed off the USA in the last Olympics. The USA, how they didn't win that game, I do not know. It was just Sweden defending for their lives, and somehow they got through on penalties. Sweden have got talent. They're organised. They can be a threat. They just don't do it. Like they're quite happy to not go forward. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing with Sweden. Like I just never know what you're going to get when they play. They can do it all, but they don't do it all. It's a weird combination. I don't really know what you're going to get from them. They can be brilliant, they can be really bad. Australia, on the other hand, you generally know what you're going to get. They're going to attack, and they're not going to defend well. They have got Steph Catley back from injury, and that is a big plus for the defence, a big plus for their attack as well. It's very good delivery. But from what I've seen, Australia can't defend. They can attack all day, they just cannot defend. I don't know what it is. They leave themselves exposed often. They just can't seem to find that balance. They have got Sam Kerr up front, who, if given chances, will score a hatful of goals. But if a team sits deep against them, Sam Kerr can't really get involved in the game. So you just don't leave a high line on. I think you'll be fine against Australia. I mean, they probably will put a few in the back of the net. They've got a very, very good team. But just defensively, they switch off. And, you know, none of it matters, because USA are winning this group, USA are winning the knockouts, and USA are going to the final and winning gold, because USA are stacked. Even the players they left at home could come into this team and beat the teams in the Olympics. They are so good. Maybe this is a problem with the Olympic format. Like, the good teams around the world that could give the USA a problem here. Oh, well, are there any, really? I mean, technically Holland are here, but I watched the World Cup final. I didn't see Holland ever once looking like they were going to win that. USA are the best team. They've got the best players in every single position. Even Crystal Dunn, who is playing left back when that's not really her preferred position, she's still the best left back in the tournament. You know, how are you supposed to compete when you're up against that? So it's all on the USA, really. If they want to win this, they will win it. It really is that simple. Unless they get food poisoning, COVID, or some other, you know, huge amount of injuries or something, I just do not see them not winning this. I mean, the player of the tournament, in my opinion, will be Lindsay Horan. She is probably not going to be playing in her favourite position either. She'll be playing in a more deeper role because Julie Ertz was injured. Not sure how match fit she will be. So in the American terms, Horan will be playing the quarterback role, getting the ball, spraying it all over the place. But she can do anything. I expect Horan this season to possibly be winning every award under the sun. She's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You've got Alex Morgan, who's going to be playing up front. Everyone who watches football, even if they don't watch women's football, they generally know who Alex Morgan is. Well, she's been on fire since she's started again at Orlando Pride. Goals, assists, she's just been brilliant. Heath has just come back from injury. Tobin Heath, well, that's just a burden on all the other defenders in this group. And yeah, she's going to dribble, she's going to cross, she's going to be an absolute pain in the arse for everyone. And it just makes them even better. And of course you got Rapinoe, you got Lloyd, who just seems to be like the Terminator, just keeps going and going and going. Rose Lavelle, who, she had a really bad season, and yet when she's come back to the NWSL, she's looked great again. She's got a little knock, whether that does anything, I don't know, but she's a brilliant player. And you got Sam Lewis, who had an excellent season with Man City, scoring headers and goals for fun, just drives through the middle. And then even if, that's just the midfield and the front lot. Press, I even forgot one. Press, scoring goals for fun again. They're ridiculous. They're going to win it. If someone beats them, if Sweden can upset them again, then that will be the story of the Olympics if they don't win it. Obviously, I'm English. I'm hoping Team GB go ahead and they can take the gold, but I don't believe for a second they're going to be able to beat this USA team. This USA team play with each other way more than any of the other teams, and I just feel that they're going to get this in the bag. I hope they feel like they're going to get this in the bag, because that might play against them if they don't turn up. That's our only hope, really. So, that's the rundown on the Olympics for the women. I don't personally care for the men. Under 23s is just not interesting to me, and there's no Team GB there. So, until they play in the ungodly hours of the morning, I'll see you then.